fellas, in today's video we are going to be looking at the updated and buffed Adam Warlock. So great even that snagged him before someone else could have him. Now when I first started playing Marvel Rivals, I was easily a Cloak and Dagger main. Loved Cloak and Dagger, everything about it. And Cloak and Dagger was a good choice of, you don't really have to aim all that well, and Cloak's attack is actually very, very good. They did get nerfed a little bit, but that's not a huge problem. The tank is moving up just slightly too much. It's a bad spot to be up there. Not trying to C9. The buff that Adam got was his soul bond now heals just a little bit more, and his base attack went up in damage. Unfortunately, I just really got into the whole rapid firing, like this. But that's just tapping the cluster, so it does do a lot of damage. I find really good for up close. But the base attack is actually really, really good, especially if you land headshots. And then his charge up cluster, of course, just hits like a horse. Wish she would kind of back up a bit. I heard it. Yeah, right there. I think he's close to his ultimate. Yep. It shouldn't have done that. Must have been this cat. What I like about Adam Warlock is maybe not the best method, depending on how good you are with him, but you can be very offensive as well as defensive. Sometimes if your DPS just aren't DPSing. Not ideal, but need the tank. Oh, Bucky is so fun. Again, he's not a DPS, but you certainly can play him more aggressively than others. And he has a lot of sustain to him. One of the best things is he's not anti-dive by any means. Yeah, so he's not anti-dive by any means, but he is like dive resistant, if that makes sense.
Amazing how a world can create so much beauty, yet can hide such danger.
So there wasn't a lot of divers this game, thankfully. That's gonna be our biggest problem. Where's... I thought they were a little bit further back. They were not. But with the dive resistant capabilities, what he can do is, say you're being jumped by Black Panther or Spider-Man, for example, you get hit once, typically you'll still be alive. Self-heal. Ideally, we don't see just me try to solo heal, but I can. I've done it before. So I assume probably in a little bit. There is a difference when you do heal. When you heal other people, you see the E, you hit that, it'll heal them, and that heal will also bounce to you, but you only get a little bit of self-healing. Whereas say you're really hurt, you aim away or just aim at the ground, you'll heal yourself for a good amount of health, and then that also will bounce to other people. So if you ever need to self-heal, aim down, best way to keep yourself going. But if your team is being dived, Adam is probably one of the best bets for that. As a support, really want to get it done fast. I will say one of my general complaints about the thing, I can't tell his footsteps apart from other people's. I honestly didn't know they were here. I was just really distracted by the thing. I can't tell his footsteps apart from enemy footsteps. I just needed to pull as much as I could. That's also another thing that is kind of fun with Adam, depending on how petty the other team is, and often you'll notice that they're very petty, is when you have your cocoon, they will hunt you down for it. No, Warlock. Sorry, my team.
I tend to lost souls, like a shepherd tends to his flock.
Oh, I hope we get another support. You know, that's on me. And so when you do die as Adam Warlock, every 2 minutes, depending on if you use it or not, you go to a cocoon and that allows you to revive yourself. Now people can be real petty and they will chase you down. They will like effectively throw their game just to chase you down. They'll get out of positioning just to chase you down rather than having just one person there. I respect it, but I cannot get out there. Yeah, would love to do a lot of things, just can't. That's awful. Anyways, so when you do die, you go to your cocoon every 2 minutes and people will chase you down. Sometimes it's kind of fun to 1v1, especially the tanks. You can take tanks if you can land your shots well enough. Now, in ranked, I don't really recommend doing so because you should play more with your team. But it's very fun to do, especially in quick play. Just 3 pseudo tanks. No, 2 tanks, 1 pseudo tank. There we are. I really thought they'd push more. Adam's also really good, again, with the headshots. Very, very powerful. He got that buff. He had the buff this season. Wasn't really a buff that was needed, if I have to say. But I'm not going to complain about it. But 1 headshot, what is the damage multiplier? 2? 1.5, something like that. You can get in some crazy damage. I love him. He's not for everyone. Definitely can't solo support, which is unfortunate. It's not all that common in ranked, but I have played games where that was the case. More so in quick play, where there's maybe 1 tank, sometimes 2. And then somewhere between 3 and 5 DPS. Oh man, I forgot what map we were on. That's funny. I don't know if I like the map. The first 2 times I played on this map, we were defending. And we basically just held the team up in there. Not our Wolverine. Do we have a Wolverine? No. I have no idea where that mantis went. Fuck. Incredible. I'm actually gonna bring them back. So the first 2 times I played this map, we didn't make it past the first like 50 feet. Or they didn't make it past the first 50 feet. It's kind of grown on me, but that first checkpoint is such a drag. Trying to stay with this Captain America. Did we just cancel her ult? That was crazy. 16,000 healing, 8,000 damage. He has been really great, and with his buffs, even better. The only thing I could possibly suggest to add would be maybe like a second or so on the cooldown for his healing. But I think it's hard to kind of tweak that in because he's really good on his own right now. Does take a little bit of practice to get used to, a little bit to get the hang of. And then if you want to get a Lord as well, very simple to do. Use your ult and revive people. Very simple. Achieve 100 knockouts and assists. Easy to get kills, and if you just throw your basic attack at people, it'll happen eventually for assists. Reach 54,000 healing, not as easy. But if you do ranked, for example, they're long matches, so shouldn't be that hard to get done. And then just general hero usage time. I think his Lord is one of the better Lords in the game. This isn't a buff, but just general. So I don't know if I'm an Adam Warlock main. I love the character, love everything about him. He's ridiculously good. And depending on your team composition, one, he's great for healing and great for doing damage. He's not going to get insane kill feeds, but he can do quite a bit of damage. Rapid fire, he has a good cluster for generally the same thing, and his basic attack hits hard. He can revive the whole team, which can really turn the battle. Adam Warlock has been fantastic. Seriously, try him out. If you play a support person and you want to start branching into like DPS, for example, Adam Warlock is going to be the best bet to do. So that's everything for today's video. Hit that like button if you're still watching. Subscribe for more videos like this if you haven't already. Stay tuned for the next one.